Hey, how's it going, guys? Juan O Realtor here. Just want to really explain the process it takes to buying a house. In this case, I was explaining to my seller what the process looks like when selling a house. It goes both ways when you're a buyer and when you're a seller. But let me go ahead and explain it here now, as if you were a seller. So really, if you're selling your house, the first thing that's going to happen when you work with me, a professional realtor, is number one, we're going to get your home listed for sale. It's going to be fully prepared. It's going to be marketed. It's going to be presented very well with professional pictures, videos, drone, and everything. Okay. Once the home goes on the market, we're going to be receiving some offers. Okay. That's going to be the next step. Second, buyers are going to see the house and then they're going to make offers. Once we receive the offers, the next thing that's going to happen, we're going to review the offers. That's going to be the third part right there. We will review the offers together and negotiate, pick the best offer that interests you, the seller. Okay. Once we review the offers, we negotiate with everybody and all the offers that we've received. The next step is going to be we're going to be picking the best offer with the best terms. When an offer is accepted, an escrow commences, typically lasting 30 days or sooner if we're in a very competitive market. The sooner, the better for the seller. Number one, because you get to receive your net proceeds faster. But if you need a longer escrow for moving purposes, that's fine too. Typically, an escrow will last about 30 days. Okay. Now, once an escrow opens, what that really means is that both the buyer and the seller are going to be exchanging information. They're going to be exchanging documents, information, and there's a third party officer, an escrow officer that works in an escrow office that will, and is a neutral party as well, that will help facilitate the exchange of these documents. Okay. Now, once we're in escrow, the buyer, in this case, the buyer has to jump through 4 loopholes, for example. When you have a great realtor on the buyer side, it's very, very important that you have a professional realtor that can guide you through these 4 loopholes that can make the process easier, okay, for you and the buy side. Now, these four loopholes are called contingencies. There are 4 contingencies a buyer must examine and complete before closing escrow. Okay. The 4 contingencies are: number one, disclosure. Seller provides information about the property to the best of their knowledge and buyer acknowledges. Inspection, buyer does an inspection on the house. They can do as many inspections as they want. And then the appraisal is the third contingency. Lender calculates the value of the property to make sure it is valued at the dollar amount of the offer the buyer made to the seller. And then the 4th contingency is going to be the loan contingency. Lender approves the loan and it funds. Title is then recorded in 1 day. Escrow closes typically on the 30th day, and seller is paid proceeds. Seller is paid proceeds, and buyer obtains keys to home. Now, really, what does it mean 3 days after close of escrow for a seller? What that really means is that buyer will obtain keys 3 days after close of escrow. So after the 30 days and escrow is closed, possession of the home will still remain to the seller for those 3 days to help alleviate the moving process. Typically, we do this because sometimes, for example, if you're the seller and you want to sell your house and you want your net proceeds, but you still need more time to move and use those net proceeds for, say, example, your next destination, then what we do is we negotiate the terms so that the buyer receives possession of the property 3 days after close of escrow, meaning the seller receives the proceeds the seller can move out without being stressed out, and then the buyer receives keys after 3 days of close of escrow. Hopefully this makes sense, guys. This is getting to know the escrow process, and from the moment the home goes on the market to picking the best offer and closing. There's a lot of more other things in between that I could absolutely, some questions you may have that I can answer. Just reach out to me and I'd be happy to help you out. Thank you. Juan, a realtor here. Have a blessed and great day.